All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike's 42! Mike's 42! Not today, you are. Not today.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Check. 45.
Brees to throw on 3rd and long. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Hey, express. Kill.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, take that. Twist. Kill. 25.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction.
Check it out, Reed.
SOS.
Say 22. Whip.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Bryant is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Jim. Kill. Rush in. Sammy.
Shotgun now for Breeze. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This is fielded at the goal line. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Take four, take four.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Jones. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're running it. Slam. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the line. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sack,
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons' defense yet again drops him behind the line. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Breeze to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Left side completion to Jones. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And 12 at the 46-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Breeze now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, New Orleans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Kill.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Breeze now, escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Flushed out right. And he couldn't get rid of the football. Trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Switch. Hey, bye.
From the gun, Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They'll run on first down. Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He was brought down by Von Bell. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Check out team spill.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan, he'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go again to Jones. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
95-56. Pick it up.
To throw is Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Kill.
Back to throw, Breeze. And that will be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And it's taken in at the 9. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Oh, he got position on him and he pulls it in. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end. But so for New Orleans, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.